Chapter 9 of Exodus. Verse 6. In the livestock of the Egyptians died, but of the livestock of the Israelites not a beast died. Anyone keeping track on the amount of destruction in a land flowing with milk and honey? So, 430 years of slavery, and the Israelites still own their own, protected from pestilence and hail, livestock and their own slaves. The Egyptians didn't actually really own the Hebrews and all they had, or what? None of the math works here. Still, Pharaoh's war advisors told him to hold his position. Next attack. Boils, man and beast, though the beast had already died at least once already. Verse 10. So they took soot of the kiln and appeared before Pharaoh. Moses threw it towards the sky, and it caused an inflammation breaking out and boils on man and beast. Still the Pharaoh said, Mossass, eat shit and bake bricks. So the Lord tells Moses to say, look, fuck, we could have blown you off the map. We wanted to terrorize, torture, and murder you so we can be famous, worldwide famous, holy murdering genocide incest freaks. So the same procedure as always in the hail, thunder and lightning, more dead already 2 or 3 times dead animals, and slaves. What slaves? God's people. Verse 21, but those who paid no regard to the word of the Lord left their slaves and livestock in the open. Well, fuck, the livestock was already dead, and what slaves are not of the 3 or 6 million Israelites in Egypt? For this horror story, not at all based on history or physical reality. Yet people continue to believe it to be the word, the holy work of God, because people are ignorant and illiterate. Another disaster destroys everything yet again. Sounds like an early PlayStation game. Kill them all, over and over again. So Pharaoh tells Moses to call off the hail. Go to the wilderness. Verse 27. I stand guilty this time. The Lord is right, and I am and my people are in the wrong. End quote. Let that be a lesson. Those with the most vile terror methods are in the right. Murder might is right. And still, religious organizations are permitted to build houses of worship and collect money from the frightened illiterate peasants and remain tax-free whores of the warlords. Moses backs up and goes. Then once again the Pharaoh says, no. Okay, if anybody's wondering if this is based on history, it cannot be. The only thing we might learn from this book is the nature of the human being. And unfortunately, it's a very, very, very sad affair. Livestock has been killed by the end of this chapter 3 or 4 times, which doesn't make sense. Once a thing is dead, it's dead. And the only way for it to be not dead is for it to be alive. And if it's alive, it's not dead. And you can only kill it once before it's dead. But we want to kill it over and over again, and I think we'll probably kill it a few more times. And of course, boils and sorcery. So much bloody sorcery. We talk about sorcery being evil. This whole book is full of sorcery. And Moses is the greatest sorcerer of all. I mean, if the story was true, which it isn't. Okay, if it throws up dust in the air and everybody gets boils. Well, it could be radioactive dust or something, but more than anything, it's likely fiction. And was there anything else we wanted to mention? Oh yeah, how is it that the beasts of the Israelites belong to the Israelites after 430 years of slavery? Are they still allowed ownership? And we notice later that they have their own slaves as well. So this whole thing, it just doesn't make any sense at all, and I'm not sure why people stop their quest for reality to get bogged down in this shit. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm frustrated with human beings believing. In fact, I am, what is it people say these days? The Islamites, no, what do they call them? Islam, the Muslims are best at being insulted these days. We are so insulted. You insult our Sharia law because it's dark age insanity. Well, fuck you. I'm insulted when somebody tells me that there's one God. There's no such thing as one God. There's no such thing as one anything. And I'm sick and tired of being insulted over and over by these churches and synagogues and mosques mocking reality. It's a great insult to my intelligence, and I'm sick and tired of it. And if people do not stop saying that there's one God, I'm going to go to the court and complain and make sure that they all pay me money, or what it is. What do people complain about for? Do they get money or do they get new laws? I don't know. But all these people being insulted about their religion, it's retarded. Your religion is retarded, so you're going to get insulted about it. And especially if you go around killing people in the name of whatever your stupid idea of God is. Idiots, morons, pricks, freaks.